One day, Dylan was hanging poolside with his best bud, Josh, who confided that he was in the midst of an all-out academic eligibility crisis.
Chemistry class is tough this year. I don't know. I think I'm failing it right now. Basketball season's rolling around the corner, and I don't think I'll be eligible for it.
At our school, we have a rule where, like, if you fail in this class, you won't be eligible to play basketball.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's got to be something we could do, you know? I know.
The idea came to me. I mean, it just sparked a light bulb in my head. Every teacher keeps their grades on computer these days. I wouldn't really consider myself a computer hacker, per se, but I wanted to help Josh out because he's my friend, you know?
Dylan knew how to help his friend, but first, he would have to find the right software to do the job.
We were looking for software that would allow us to spy on a teacher's computer. The idea was to get a key logging program, which is a program that would allow us to see everything on the computer. It records all the keystrokes and then lets you access the logs so you can review all the keystrokes. So we figured once we did that, we could get teachers' passwords. Once we got the software, we had to wait for school the next day so we could go there and put it on the computers and try it out.
They met in the cafeteria to figure out where they could pull off their hack attack and quickly decided on chemistry class.
Today we're going to be talking about periodic table of elements.
The chemistry teacher is a little spacey, and I realized that this is the perfect teacher to do it to.
He's the kind of guy, you ask him one question and you get a big, long answer.
Even if you asked like a completely ridiculous question, he probably would have thought you were serious.
By the end of the semester, you'll be able to name every single last one of those elements.
The lab's like in the back of the classroom, so if we can distract him long enough, I can go on his computer and install his software.
He wouldn't have any clue what was going on.
Josh is a good BSer. He's perfect for just drilling them with questions.
After some thoughtful planning, Dylan and Josh were ready to secretly install the spy software on their teacher's computer.
I just raised my hand, like, I got a question. Any questions, CB?
Sure, Josh.
I was scared out of my mind. I was freaking out.
Comes over and he just spills his guts.
Well, the first thing you want to remember is that
Josh just looked over me, gave me a little nod.
electrons on one side.
I gotta do this as quick as possible. I gotta do it right in the first try.
Well, I saw Dylan sitting at his computer. I heard some people giggling about it.
I was really nervous. I was looking over my shoulder, seeing the teacher was looking, trying not to mess up. The longest part was just waiting for it to load so I could go in there and press install. I was like, hurry up, because I don't want to get caught. And it was finally done. It seemed like forever. And I just popped the disc out, took it, put it in my pocket, and got out of there as fast as I could.
Dylan had successfully installed the program, but he and Josh still had to wait until they got home to check the prank program's website and see if the teacher's password had been recorded.
The day took forever after that because I just wanted to get home and check and see, make sure that it worked. So me and Josh get back to my house. I logged on to the website where I could check all the stuff my chemistry teacher had typed. Check it out. I got the passwords right here. And I saw that I actually could see his username and password.
That's cool, man.
Wow.
With the secret passwords, Josh and Dylan could now crack the school's entire online grading system.
I went on to the school website and I logged in as my chemistry teacher, and we had access to all the grade books so we could change them right there from home.
This is great.
I just changed a small grade. I had a B in the class and I just changed it to A-. I pressed save and then I went back into it to see if it actually saved. And it worked. I knew it was a huge moment. It was big time now.
With just a few clicks of the mouse, these high school hackers now had the power to keep Josh in the game.
Just jump it up like a grade or two.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything major.
I got my grade changed from a failing to a D. Just wanted to be safe for basketball. I just sat back and watched my grade get better.
So our boy Dylan managed to hack into his school's computer grading system and changed his friend Josh's big fat F to a passable D. Of course, Dylan is so pleased with his newfound power to punch up grades that he can't wait to brag about it. They never can keep their mouths shut. Check it out.
Hey guys, what's up? What's going on, man? Guess what I can do now?
What you can do?
Dude, I can change grades now.
Nah, you can't.
Yeah, man, I got the passwords, man. All I gotta do is go online. I can change anyone's grade.
I was a little dumbfounded, like, whoa, I don't know, that seems too good to be true.
I was like, Dylan, is it foolproof? And he's like, yeah, you can definitely do it for sure.
It's awesome.
It's gonna be awesome, dude. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, see you, buddy.
Faster than a computer virus, word about Dylan cracking the grading code spread through the school.
It just started leaking out because a bunch of people started talking about it.
Did you guys hear about them changing their grades and stuff like that? Yeah.
Can you guys hear who that is? Because I'm getting like a C in English right now. My parents are just gonna kill me.
There's a pretty big buzz around the school about it.
Did you hear about that grade changing thing? Who's doing it? I want my grade changed.
It's for, like, fire.
Yeah, that's him. That's the guy.
It wasn't long before Dylan was hit up by lots of students looking for an upgrade.
Dude, I'm not doing so good in one of my classes. I heard you can help me out a little bit.
Hey, what's up, man? Let me get a shot, me to change your grade.
Exactly, man.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey, how's it going?
So I hear you're the man to talk to.
Hey, I'm the man to talk to.
Dylan was eating up the attention and figured there wasn't any harm in modifying marks for a few of his classmates.
I would just do mild changes, like B's to A's, or like a C to a B minus.
The requests came flooding in, and Dylan had a tough time saying no.
Yeah, I can change you guys' grades.
Thank you.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
And every day there'd be more and more people by his locker
What's up, Dylan? Hey, what's going on, man?
asking him what the deal was and if they could get their grades changed.
I couldn't even go to the bathroom in peace.
So I heard you're the guy we need to talk to.
About what?
I'm failing gym.
A bunch of grade changes later, Dylan feared that he might be pressing his luck. So he decided to close up shop.
After I stopped changing grades, I thought everything was cool and that we were safe. But then I found out that someone else was changing grades.
Dylan, could you hook me up with a better physics grade?
Dude, I don't change grades. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'll just go get help from the other kid.
What other kid?
You didn't hear there's another guy changing grades.
Oh, how's he changing grades?
He's got the password.
As far as Dylan knew, only one other person had the password, his friend Josh.
So I went back to Josh and was like, did you give someone the password? He's like, yeah.
I told Dylan. I gave him the passwords because he's my friend.
You gotta give me those passwords.
All right, but definitely don't let Dylan know about it.
All right.
I trust him again. I just figured he'd change his grade a little bit, and he started doing it for everybody.
He was changing grades from like D's to A's and like radical changes like that. I was like, that was stupid. It's out of control now, seriously. I don't know why I gave him the passwords in the first place.
It's my bad.
Take care of it.
I will.
Josh knew that such drastic grade changes could easily tip off the administration. So he asked his buddy to stop.
Dylan's getting mad at me. This whole thing's gonna get ruined because of that.
Oh, we're fine. Don't worry about it.
But Dylan couldn't stop worrying, knowing that things had gotten way out of control.
I was pretty nervous at this point. Started having bad dreams and stuff like that about getting caught.
Fish department, open up.
Dylan's nightmare was quickly becoming a reality. A couple of students overheard their teacher telling the principal there was something fishy going on.
Jake had a C on his last test. In the computer, it shows that he has an A.
Thanks, I'll check into it.
Thank you.
Before the grade-grubbing students knew what hit them, the principal started calling them into his office for questioning.
Greg K. Greg, please report to the office.
Like, I was definitely, like, nervous.
And he got really nervous when he saw what was waiting for him behind the principal's door.
You think this is a game? You're gonna ruin your future, man.
Just tell him what you know, son.
Jeff C.
Over the next few hours, all the students who'd had their grades changed were summoned to the office, including Josh.
Josh B. Please report to the office immediately.
Josh, I know you're involved. We all know you're involved. You're busted.
Josh was informed that the teachers had rechecked everyone's grades for discrepancies and had compiled a list of nearly 20 students.
I've only got 3 students in my class here, but their grades don't match up.
He basically told me there's a bunch of people just giving names out.
Then Josh was told the same thing all of the other offenders were told.
You're suspended for 15 days.
Dylan knew it was just a matter of time before he was called down to the office. But before that happened, 2 other people were called.
It was the principal, and he said that we needed to come down to the school right away.
We have a serious situation going on with your son.
Well, when we were sitting there, they finally told us what was going on with the computer.
They were pretty darn sure that Dylan was the ringleader.
It was pretty scary.
Dylan T. Dylan T. When my name got called over the intercom, I was pretty nervous because I know I had gotten caught. Please report to the office. And I went down there, and there was my parents, and I was like, uh-oh.
The mood in there was like he maybe murdered someone. It was very serious.
You think this is a joke?
They were trying to intimidate me because cops want me to confess right there.
You were involved in a felony. You are going to go to jail for a long time.
I was upset with Dylan, but I really got upset with the officer with all of his threats. It just made us all real angry at him.
All right, stop. That's enough. We're going to get an attorney. From now on, you talk to him. Let's go.
When I left the office, I realized it was serious. I was scared.
Coming up, Dylan faces the firing squad.
What started out as a simple plan to help out an academically challenged chum has become a sticky web of cheat and deceit for computer whiz Dylan. Now he's found himself in a whole heap of trouble with the school and the law. If only he can hit the escape button in real life.
At this point, I wasn't even allowed back on school grounds, and I was facing possible criminal charges.
We did call an attorney right away to get some answers.
She just wanted me to explain the story to her and what happened. What happened was, me and my friend got a program that allowed us to look at what the teacher was typing on the computer. Once we got the passwords, we went in as a teacher and changed grades. People found out, and they wanted us to do it for them, too. So it got kind of out of control.
So, Dylan, the school is really cracking down, and they want to press felony charges against you.
I was facing computer data modification crimes, and I was facing serious jail time. So I didn't know if I was going to graduate or go to college or end up in prison.
Meanwhile, back at school, everybody had something to say about what was going to go down.
Something that happens in Stoughton like that is huge, and everybody was talking about it.
Did you hear about Dylan getting suspended and stuff?
Yeah, man, I can't believe that.
There were some pretty harsh rumors going around.
I heard that Dylan's mom, straight up slapped him across the face when she heard.
I hear he got taken away in handcuffs.
I heard a cop knocked him into the pool and arrested him.
The buzz continued while Dylan sat home, waiting for word from the school board.
7 days into it, I got a letter in the mail from the school.
It says you could be expelled. You have to go before the board.
This sucks. I just had to wait around with my family for 2 weeks, and that took a toll on all of us.
But during that time, Dylan did get some good news regarding his legal troubles.
Hey, Dad, come here. That was a lawyer on the phone. She said that my charges got less than the misdemeanors. I don't have to go to jail anymore. It's community service.
Great. Now all we have to do is wait for the school board.
A week later, it was time for the much-anticipated school board meeting where Dylan would meet his academic fate.
That day was the worst day of the whole thing.
I think you know that the situation is very serious. You've committed a very serious crime.
I was really scared, but I knew my parents would stick up for me.
I just wanted to say I'm not trying to take away from what he did. It was wrong. He's been a good kid. He's been a good student. I just don't want to see him get expelled for this. I just don't think it's going to help him or anybody else.
Then Dylan spoke. He was very upset.
I just want to say I was sorry for my actions. I don't think expelling me would be very constructive. So
so I'm sorry.
And I'm sure you realize it's costing the school a lot of time, a lot of resources. Before we can reach a verdict, we've got to take all this into consideration.
We will be convening in a closed session and will inform you of our decision this evening. Thank you for coming.
After that, they told us to just go home and that they would call us with the verdict.
I felt bad that my parents had to go through that.
They called us about an hour and a half later. Hello. This is his dad. And said that Dylan had been, kicked out. Okay. All right. Goodbye.
I can't tell you what an emotional night that was.
It sucked. I couldn't go back to the school with all of my friends and stuff.
But the other suspended students were able to return to school. Even Josh's pal, who had used and abused the password. Of course, everyone had a lot to talk about that day.
I can't believe Dylan was expelled.
I thought it was unfair that Dylan got expelled. Everybody else just got suspended.
I think he should be expelled. He cheated.
But nobody else was expelled. It's not fair.
I think it was fair. You're in school to work hard and actually earn your education, not cheat your way through.
Word of Dylan's expulsion spread beyond the walls of Stoughton High, presenting a challenge for his parents who just wanted their son to finish high school.
It was hard to get Dylan into another school, basically because all the schools in our conference were sticking together. You can't do it? The answer I kept getting was they didn't want to cross swords with the Stoughton High School.
Can't you give us a break? We've called a lot of schools.
And I know he dreaded telling me, no, that school won't take him either. No, that school won't take him either.
I was kind of nervous, again, about my future.
You don't know how many schools we've been calling.
After countless calls, Dylan's dad finally found a school that would accept his son.
They're going to take him.
It was like such a relief, a great pressure off of us.
But come September, the pressure was still on Dylan, who found himself alone in his new school.
Senior year was supposed to be my best year ever, and here I was all alone at this new school. That's when it hit me that, I did something wrong. It sucked, but I was really lucky.